Hello everyone, I wanted to share a super beginner friendly way on how to add beads to the frame of your wire woven projects. So let's go. Okay, and you do not have to do this, but to kind of help yourself out while you're weaving so you don't have to aggressively fight with the wire and make sure your beads don't fall off, I like to just bend an end up, so yeah. Okay, so we're going to set that one here, and we are going to get us about, I don't know, I'm only going to use 4 beads just to do like the little bottom bend of the frame. So I always do too much because it's better for me to have too much than too little, but I'm going to use 28 gauge because we do want a couple wraps at least between these beads, and we don't want it too bulky, so that's why we're going to use 28. But you can use whatever you like and however you want it to look. Art has no rules, so do your thing. So yeah, I will show you how to get this weave started. Okay, so I personally always like to start off with the bottom base wire of my frame, and I'm going to fiddle with it first and wrap it around 3 times, kind of push it together. This guy always kind of just tiny little thing, and then we're going to take the next one and just stack it right on top, and we are going to take this and go over the 2 wires twice, and then we are going to come between these 2 wires and then just pull it tight enough. Don't pull it too tight because your wires are gonna go crazy and then you're gonna be fighting with some wonkiness, so don't pull it too crazy. Sorry if you can hear my animals in the background, they are always doing something. So you're gonna stack that next wire on top, and you're going to go over, and then between, sorry, I always get my wires pretty crazy, but again between those bottom 2, just like that, and up. Perfect. And then you're going to go between the top 2, just like that, but the bottom, but the top. Just give you a second to kind of look at it because it always takes a second. There's kids playing outside, so my dogs are going crazy. 1 second. Anyways, so we're going to take the wire with the beads, and just like that, we're gonna do pretty much the same thing. Now this can get a little bit funky, but we're going to put it over the top wire and then between the 2 wires. So 2 on bottom, 2 on top, and your weaving wire is going to go between that. And again, same exact thing. And we're going to push this down. Just like that. Okay, so now we are going to repeat this exact same thing. So bottom, very bottom wire, 1, 2, 3, 3 times, and kind of push it together. Don't do too much because we don't want our weaving wire to squash all crazy. But then we're gonna go, oh my gosh, focus. The next 2 up, so the 2 bottom wires, and again between the bottom and that wire you just did, so it's going in the middle, and then again same thing except the wires above. Now it's gonna start getting caught on the bead, so we're going to trap this bead in here, so go ahead and scoot this bead down, and then go ahead and middle. Oops. See, even I make mistakes sometimes and go the wrong way, especially because I can't see very well, but that's okay. And it starts to get caught, so don't be afraid to kind of use your tools and your fingers and work with it and push it together, and you might have to lift that up a little bit. So now we're going to put that to lock these in, and then we're going to come between, and we're not going to pull crazy tight, but pretty tight. You're going to want to have a good amount of tension, and then between that middle, around one more time. Dogs are going to put their 2 cents in like always, but we love them, so that's okay. Goose. He's my old dog. He always has something to say. So yeah, just like that, and and it locks that bead. Sir, excuse me. He probably thinks he can do this better than I can, which fair. Okay, I am going to repeat this and then show you when it is done. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. When you come down to this last one where it's at the end of the last bead, we are going to take this and put it in the middle, your weaving wire in the middle of the top. Like that, just so it locks it in just a little bit more, just because, you know, we don't want anything sliding anywhere. And then we're going to wrap it around the bottom one 3 more times, and then we're done. Alrighty, here is what it looks like. And then you can cut off your wires. I like to do the old spin it and cut it off because it doesn't leave anything sharp. I actually learned that watching Southern Unique, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm probably gonna get her name wrong. Southern Unique Jewelry. I will tag them. That twisting thing. I was like, oh, what? That's so neat. I didn't even think of that. So yeah, but this is what it looks like. You can do this on the entire frame. It does, you know, push out that wire, but say, let me get a cab real quick and show you. Okay, so I got this piece of garnet. Most people would probably not like the cracked, but I think it makes it look absolutely awesome. So just like that, and then I'm gonna do this off camera because I'm running out of time and it'll be fast. So it's going to sit like this on with your cab, and it just looks so cool, and it's also kind of fidgety, which I love. So yeah, that's how you do that. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I hope you have an amazing day and happy crafting.